Welcome back to Term 3A, as we're calling it. I hope that the last 2 weeks of holidays were a time of great refreshment and renewal for everybody. It's been so good to see all the students come back again. There's been a vibe and an excitement in the air, and it really is. It's such a joy to see students and staff and the families that I'm able to see very quickly. Thank you for your support in making our 2020 Reimagined happen. I acknowledge the tricky situation for some of our families, and thank you for your forbearance. The kids certainly seem to have returned in great spirits, and we're hoping that the next month gives a lot of joy to all of them, and notably to Year 12s in such an important time in their lives. Today's community update is a bit different. Instead of me bringing you news of the life of the school, I asked our local member, the member for Ku-ring-gai, Mr. Alister Henskens, SC, if he could come along and give a little bit of, share a bit of a story from a government perspective, from a significant local member's perspective about what's going on and how government sees our response in the COVID times. In handing on now to Mr. Henskens, I wish you all success and happiness in the short, brisk term that lies ahead before our next little break. Over to Mr. Henskens.
This time has shown us that community is the most important thing that we have. When the community was shut down in April of this year, I went out to the community and asked for volunteers to help with seniors and some of our most vulnerable members of our community who were really finding it difficult to do things in their ordinary life, like getting medication and the like. The Barker community responded magnificently with over 200 people coming forward and volunteering to help the vulnerable. I think this shows the great strength of our local community and also the importance of us all working together. There are two things that I think we need to recognise in that respect. The first is that the volunteers in our local community groups, our sporting clubs and the like, they've really been incredibly diligent in responding to the current pandemic. But now's a great time for us to all ease their load and maybe come forward and suggest ways in which you can help them. The other thing is that we need to recognise that everybody is dealing with this current circumstances in different ways. We have a rich variety of personality types in our community, and now is a very good time in all of your dealings with people to err on the side of kindness. With regard to our students, I think we need to say to our children that all you need to do is your best. That your family and your friends love you regardless of your marks. They loved you before you got your marks, and they'll love you after your marks. It's an incredibly important message as people are wondering what the future brings. In respect to the future, I would simply say this: every student at Barker is probably in the best position of anyone in our community at the moment. By the time the pandemic is over, most Barker students will have not yet finished their tertiary studies. They will be in a magnificent position to take advantage of the recovery that will come. So in conclusion, to my observation, our community is working together magnificently. I thank the Barker community for everything that they have done for our community to date, and I'm sure that we will continue to keep working through this current pandemic, and we will get to the other end stronger than we came into it.